Welcome to Hottest Cards of the Week, the weekly series where every Friday night review the hottest modern Pokemon cards
of the week.
Very Sword and Shield heavy this week. We are covering 35 total cards at the beginning of this video. I think almost 20 of them are Sword and Shield cards. Big time Sword and Shield bounce back. ALT Arts Sword and Shield didn't have the greatest summer, but yes, we are going to spend at least 10 minutes just talking about Sword and Shield hits starting in just a second. Today's video is brought to you by yesterday's video and the day before's video. Sorry about that thumbnail, that face on that thumbnail. Alright, let's get
to it.
Alrighty, here we go. I did you all a favor and I pushed all the Sword and Shield cards to the beginning of the video. I organized this time. I do like to keep you on your toes, however, got all the Sword and Shield grouped together right here now. Okay, here we go. Giratina V from the Origins that will never be lost. Look at this is a 1 month chart. 491 up to 546 for a Sword and Shield alt art for the summer. That's pretty good. Let's pull it out to the 1 year. So we hit the high in February of 706. We dropped all the way down under 500, and now we are back up to approximately 550. Giratina V Lost Origin moving along. Gengar of VMAX from Fusion Strike on the 1 month. I did bring this up last week. 578 to $630. So we got about a $50 on the 1 month as well, with a high of 744 all-time high and a recent low of about 580. There you go. So some big time alt arts making some big time uptrendy moves and moving along. We have Umbreon V. A lot of people like this Umbreon V more than Moonbreon. I'm just throwing that out there. So we had 21, 14, 13. We had like 50 plus copies sold in the last, let's see here, let's pull it to the 1 month. In the last week and a half, we've had at least 50 copies sold. Umbreon V right now is at 268. Let's see the 1 year. Our all-time high is basically 300. Our recent low is 221, and we are almost all the way back up to that 300. It's definitely splitting the difference back on up. Moving along, Dragonite V. Here you go. So Dragonite V is not done. I've been saying it all year. Dragonite V is having one hell of a year. And here we go. That's the 1 year chart. 134 up to 288, almost $300. On the, let's try the 3 month. On the 3 month, we had a recent low of 233. Now we're up to 288. Let's go to the 6 month. So previous high was 270. This is now an all-time high at 288. Dragonite V right there. Fusion Strike Mute V-Alt, $55 up to $70. That's $15 on the 1 month, but mainly, I just wanted to show you right here. $80 down to $54, now up to $70. So it's $10 off its all-time high. And again, that is Mew V from... Alright, moving along. Tyranitar V from the Styles that will always be battled. We have 178 to 200, so it's hitting 200 again, but this thing did have an all-time high back in February of 225. So 25 bucks, cracking over 200 for the second time ever for Sleepy T-Tar V. Moving along, where are we moving to? Yeah, Charizard V. Here we go. Charizard V is very comfortably over 200. So there you go. The first time it cracked 200, it hit 218, 217, then fell all the way back down to 180. But now we are at a new all-time high for Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. 231 and 30 cents. Moving along. Vaporeon V, can we just stop? Can we stop for 2 seconds? Just appreciate how cute and beautiful and amazing this artwork is. Vaporeon V right there, Sword and Shield. Yeah, just from the box. But look at that. We are at an all-time high. We're going to talk about a few of these today, actually. I've been telling you, these are $100 promos. They just are. They just so are. I'm sorry. No, by the way, I don't own any of these. I'm getting confused of only talking about and pumping my own cards. I don't own this. It's a beautiful card. I wish I had it. I might buy it. I don't. But there you go. I still think it should be a $100 card. It's $84 right now and on the 1 month. it is up from 50 bucks up to $86. So it's up 60% on the 1 month Vaporeon VMAX from the same box. What was it? This one's 87. What's the other one? 83. Alright, so the VMAX, slightly more. I like the V more. I like the V more than this one, just being honest. We have 66 up to 87, and on the 1 year, we have a very low of 37 and all-time high 87. There we go, moving along. Jolteon V, same thing, different box. Here we go, 1 year low of freaking $20. All-time high right now of $64, and on the 1 month, that is from 42 up to 64, so up 22 bucks. Just on the one. Oh my gosh, there's another one. Are we going to cover all 6 of them? Actually, I don't think so. But Flareon V on the 1 month is 52 up to 70, and on the 1 year, probably like 25 up to 70. There you go. So all of these, oh wow, there it is. Okay, so Flareon, there, wow. So we had 23 up to 60, and on the 1 month for the VMAX from the same box, low of 52 up to 62. So only up 10 bucks on this one. All 3 of these, I like the V's more than the V Maxes. And a lot of that is true with the Alt Arts in general. Okay, Shiny Magikarp from Celebrations. Yeah, I got a couple of these, okay? Lay off. This is from 24 up to, okay. So I think I'm just showing you this because I haven't seen this thing crack over 25 in a while. Let's pull this 1 year. So we hit the, what did we do? 27 was our previous high, and then we were struggling mightily to hold that. Finally cracks over 25 and is at a new all-time high of $29.18. So if this does indeed crack 30, be pretty significant for this Shining Magikarp. Alright, moving around, we have Charizard V-Star, Sword and Shield promo. Just so you guys know, the 151 UPC, this new Moltres UPC, in case you didn't know, they are flimsy and terribly made, thin pieces of crap. The Charizard UPC, even though they made a million bazillion of them, was just such a higher quality, just badass cool box with cool ass trays and just everything. They will never make a product as good, especially at that price point, as the Charizard UPC, okay? It's just honestly one of the best Pokemon products Pokemon has ever made is the Charizard UPC, especially when you look at that pack selection. On the 1 year, it's from 12 bucks, and it's at an all-time high of $55. And this is an all-time high, including at release and all that, because I do remember this thing was like 40-something bucks at release before dropping down, blah, blah, blah. And on the 1 month, we have 40 bucks up to 56 bucks, so 35% on that 30-day chart. Lucario V-Star, Crown Zenith. We got a couple Crown Zenith cards right here and now. So on the 1 year, we are from a couple pennies up to $10.40 for the ETB promo. And we are on the 30-day from a low of 7 up to 10. So $3, but hey, almost 40%. And yes, I think all-time high, right? Yes. All-time high, building various support levels on the 1 year. Moving along to Mew. So Mew right here, new all-time high right here. Been talking about, whoa, that's close. 25, yeah. Yep, beat it by $1. Look at that bowl. I think investor bros love to see this bowl. This is like a bowl, what do you call it, a bowl flag? Is that what they call that in the investor world? That just looks like a clinical textbook kind of chart thingy. I don't know, but I assume that's a good sign for this card. So beautiful, what'd I say, $26. Moving along. This secret rare, we can just consider this its new all-time high. Came out at $100, tanked all the way down faster than you could even buy it, all the way back down to $10 and $8. But for recent, last 2.5 years, this is an all-time high, $23 right here. And on the 1 month, the secret rare Pikachu from Crown Zenith is from a low of 18 and a high, so it's up $4. It's only 15%, but it is a 1 year, and as far as we should be concerned, an all-time high. Let's move it down. What do we got left? Arceus V. Okay, this one is actually very interesting because you'll notice this card was $12 forever, and then it recently went up to about 17 or 18, and they hang out there for a pretty long time, and now it just blew completely past $20 and is now a $30 promo before you could even buy it. Sorry. So look at this. $16 is 2020, and a boom. So we had, what do we have here? We had 13, 22, 8, we had like 50 copies sold. To be honest, isn't that much? And as you see right here, we have 20 listings available only. That's not a lot for a, a pretty late era Sword and Shield promo. The box is cool. The box has very good packs in it. So yeah, it's making up for lost time. Arceus V. And for that one guy who likes to talk, I own 3 of these, and including in Japanese. Okay, moving along. Ugh. Gengar. Hey, same guy. I own 5 of these, including a gold wrapped sealed and a regular cellophane wrapped sealed one. Bang! Gengar pre-release, Lost Origin. There you go. $8 to $16. It literally has doubled on the 30-day chart. That is 100%. $16.58. This is very cheap on the 1 year. We have $1.85, not even $2. A stamp Gengar pre-release promo a year ago wasn't even $2. What is the Investor Bro community doing last year? Why weren't you guys getting your sealed gold cellophane wrapped pre-release Gengar stamp Lost Origin promo? Oh my god. Alright, moving along. Okay, so we're done. That was a lot. That was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That was like at least 20 Sword and Shield hits that are super hot this week. Alright, now we're getting to some other stuff. Obsidian Lames Charizard. Look at this. It ain't $55 no more. It's $77. We're definitely going to have to double check this because, yeah, in January it did hit that 85 before we went all the way down to 53. So we are at our new second most all-time high with a lot more, well, I was going to say a lot more support, but that chart's really finicky looking. Anyway, moving along, $78. Bubble Mew, have to talk about it one more time. It went up just a little more to $5.75. I believe it was on the thumbnail last week, so we're just going to move along. This one might have been on the thumbnail last week too, I forget already. It was all about Mew last week, so I had multiple Mews on the thumbnail. We had 36 up to 61. Holy crap, it's $61 now. This was $4 last year. Let's see here. Oh, okay, on the 1 year, now it's showing 6. There was just not too long ago I could have showed 4. There you go, so $6 promo last year. Hope you got a couple. Moving along to the other cool promo in the box that's not metal. Mewtwo, and we are now at an all-time high. This is now a $30 Scarlet and Violet promo as well. Wow. So on the 1 year, here's our all-time high right there. 32 from a low of $2.50. A low this month of 21, and we are now at 32.50. Moving along. Snorlax, the regular 151 promo, is freaking tapped $20, and it's now given a little back. But yeah, over the last week, since last week's episode, it hit literally a high of 2072. We got 84 listings, okay. So we hit a high of 2072, and now it's sitting at 1722. So either way, let's see, we had, holy moly, we had like 500 copies sold in the last week. Holy moly. So yeah, that's going to help. But yeah, 84 listings right there, so basically at its new all-time high, minus $1 to Van Gogh, blah blah blah, $4.55, moving along. What a ridiculous card. Kingdra EX, look at this thing, oh my gosh, look at this. So we talked about this last week. It's now up even more. It's now almost $70 for the Kingdra EX promo from Shredded Fumble, and it is $68.72, and on our 1 year, what's our lowest? Our 1 year lowest is $6.40. Yikers. There you go. Let's go ahead and just do this. Bang. Greninja. There you go. This is a 90-day chart from 28 up to 58. So it is also at its... it's a little off. It's $1.50 off its all-time high. $10 under the Kingdra. Under the Kingdra. Moving along. It's a different one. Whoa. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this because I want to show you some meaningful uptrend for the first time since February. We had the massive high of 407, 405, whatever. We just hit the low of... hit the low of 260. And as you can see here, we're going up to 280. So if you look at a 90-day, it does look like a bounce. If you look at a six-month, it looks like a flattening. You look at a 1 year... The point is, we aren't seeing free fall any longer for Greninja from Twilight Gatorade. Alright, moving along. Latios just brought this up in last night's video. So hey, let's just let you know that is at a new all-time high, $2,225 freaking dollars. Holy crap, this card is not very old. 7 listings available. Okay, moving along. Umbreon, and Darkrai GX. Sun and Moon promo, new all-time high. Brought this up a lot over the last couple of months. That's your 1 year from about 38 up to 100 and basically 50. And on the 1 month, we are at 123 up to 148. So we're up like $25. That's 20%. Beautiful, beautiful. Definitely so many freaking cool Sun and Moon promos. Definitely, I think, going to be one of the better performing ones. Okay, this guy also talk about this all the time. Here we go, just showing you. Mew EX, Legendary Treasures, Radiant Collection, the most radiant of all the collections, in a way, not really, but kinda. It's at a new all-time high, so it's at $167, and we're just adding another 15 to that on the 30-day chart. Moving along, hey, look at this. It's a Surging Sparks card. What is happening? It's a Surging Sparks card. What is happening? Hey, look at that. Oh, you love to see it. On the 30-day, Latias looks amazing. We have 150 up to one. Yeah, it's up $14. No big deal. But when you look at the 1 year, looks like this might be a decent time to finally pull the trigger on your Latias EXSAR from Splurging Sparks. Because, again, just like the other one we just looked at, Greninja, at least we see some meaningful uptrend, some meaningful, foundation, something. Okay, we all knew these cards weren't going to zero. These are beautiful SIRs. Okay, Gardevoir, speaking of beautiful SIRs, from the Fates of Paldea, we got $74 up to 89, and we gotta see real quick, because I know it's close. $95 in January is the all-time high. So on the 1 year, we have a recent low of 38, which is its all-time low. We have an all-time high of 95, and we have right now almost $90, $1.10 away from $90. 2 more cards, and then Scarlet and Violet, popular stuff, speedrun. Mousehold from Paldea. We got, what do we got? We got 31 up to 38. That's solid for Mousehold right now. Mousehold hasn't done too much lately since it got up here. So it got up here, and then it's just been floating at that 30 to 32 range, and now we're popping right back up to an all-time high of $38, which is even more expensive than it was in February, which was Illustration Rare Month. And last but not least, Chansey. We have the Twilight Gatorade Chansey, of course. I've been predicting this for a while. Definitely $20 Kanto IR from a set. I don't know. Twilight Masquerade started out hot, and then for a whole year, it's just kind of taken a year off. No one's really talking about it, but behind the scenes, the sealed stuff does great. The PC ETB does great. The booster box is doing pretty good. The Perrin is doing pretty good. A lot of stuff doing good. Don't be surprised if Twilight Masquerade does pretty dang good. It's just not very popular to talk about, because there's all this other cooler stuff. But Chansey, there you go. All right, Scarlet and Violet, speedrun. Let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go. SV and popular stuff speedrun. We're going to start this week with Crown Zenith. So right here, Crown Zenith, Giratina at 172. We have Mewtwo. We're going to take a look at Mewtwo real quick. So we want to see how good it's doing. Holding over that $100 bounce. Hit that 90, and it looks like it bounced very well for Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith. Going to take a look down here. We already talked about a couple of these cards. Let's see, so 120, we got 100 for Arceus, pretty solid. The Legendary Beast, 26, 28. Oh, I'm not on high to low. No wonder Mew is up there. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Bang, bang. Let's see. There was, I think Deoxys is kind of uptrending again. Deoxys being at 35, the VMAX one, very good. For this card right here, it has been up here before though, however. We go down here, Deoxys V-Star up over 20 again. Simisear right where it was last week, just knocking on that door. I'm gonna go over to page 2 again, just check out the Latias at 8, yep, right where they were last week. Alright, moving along to SV, a base set right here. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 40, 28, 20, this looks exactly identical to last week. Arvin 10, I'm not seeing anything going on. There is a few cards we are definitely going to be talking about in this speedrun. Moving along to Paldea. So Paldea, right where that was last week. Mousehold is up. This looks very similar to last week. Yeah. Let's go down here a little bit more. Baxcalibur looks like he's starting to uptrend just a little bit again. Hit a low of like $12 after that massive February pump. Other than that, I still think the Ice Cube right here is so underrated. Such a cute card. Moving along to shitty lames. So we have Gloom back over $10, as I see immediately. Gloom has been over $10 3 times now. So Gloom back over $10. We already talked about Zardy Boy being 78. Its second all-time high. Cleffa holding strong. Ninetales about to be at $20 again. I'm just going to take a look at Ninetales. I haven't looked at the Ninetales chart in forever. So let's just take a 1 year. So there's Ninetales. We hit the high of 34, recent low of 16. Now it looks like it's going back up to $20. Beautiful, beautiful Obsidian Flames hit. Absolutely, one of the few. Get $350 for your Arvin this week. Moving along to 151. Okay, so 151. Charizard, yep, 211. Blasty Boy is being around $70 is not impressive. Been at $70 so many times. Once Blasty Boy hits 80, we'll start paying attention to Blasty Boy. And like 75 for Venusaur. Zapdos coming up to 60. Very good for Zapdos. Zapdos definitely doesn't hold 60 very well. Go down here. Alakazam doesn't even hold 40 very well, so seeing Alakazam over 40 is good. Pikachu we talked about over the last month hit a new recent low of 24 and it's back up over 30. Good job for you, Pika Pika. Same with this. The full art Zardy Boy hit a low of like $22 recently. Psyduck looks like it's struggling to hold 20. Let's see, Metal Mew down here, nothing special. Yeah, so yeah, not seeing anything glaringly new this week. Okay, so the Rift, we have $72, $40. Oh wow. So Altaria is officially back. Well, is this the first time Altaria has actually been over Roaring Moon? Because I know Altaria went up way. I think Altaria is the second time Altaria has passed up Roaring Moon. I could be wrong though. Down here, what we got? The Goldangos are still pretty valuable. You get $12 for your Goldango EX. Oh, wait, am I moving along? Let me check. Let me double check. Moving along. Yes, I am. All right, to the Fates of Paldeir. Talked about that. Charizard maybe going up to $200, maybe. Look at these shinies, these little babies. What are the babies doing? See anything going on down here? It was Lucario that was up a little bit last week, but Lucario looks like it's calmed down as well. Yep, just Gardevoir and Mew doing really good right now. Mew's doing as good as possible. Gardevoir's basically almost doing as good as it's ever done. To the Forces of Temporal, where we're going to definitely take a look at Ghastly. It wasn't enough for me to put Ghastly at the beginning of the video, but over the last month, I've been talking about Ghastly going up like 75 cents, $1.50, creeping up to go over $40 again, and it looks, as you can see, is clearly gone over $40 again. So I'm just going to show you the 1 year, or yeah, this is what I was talking about. It just kept wiggling, I just kept noticing it, and it's just barely scooting back up to be a $40 plus IR again for Ghastly. And what else? Metagross, $17. Metagross hit a recent low of 15, so it looks like it's going back up to 20. Neo Upper Energy, still getting $14 for your Neo Upper Energy Ace spec. Sawsbuck at 22. Okay, Sawsbuck's going back up above 20 again. Alright, Twilight Gatorade. So we talked about Greninja earlier. Eevee still holding 50 just fine. Other than that, Chansey was good. Secret Box Ace spec, and you still get $18 for your Ace spec. Growlithe 15. Nothing else sticking out. Nope. Moving along. Shredded Fumble. Okay, so Shredded Fumble. Persian is now $4 away. The cat is $4 away from the dog. Definitely thought these two were gonna link up here shortly at some point. The Houndoom's really cool. The Persian's really cool, but the Houndoom's really cool. Where's Monkey Dory at? Monkey Dory has cooled off quite a bit. Other than that, Horsey, 18. Pheasantippities, you're still getting $16.50 for your regular EX Pheasantipity. Where's oh, $19 for the full art. Okay. Zorua, 11. Nope, moving along. Let's go to Stella Not So Frown, where we got Squirtle making his way back up maybe to 60. Nah, maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Eevee from Twilight Masquerade, those Kanto illustration rares, have all done a very good job of coming very close to 50, but holding and, for the most part, bouncing. Bulba's right there, though. Terapagos, 36 bucks, cheaper than ever. Beautiful, beautiful turtle card, I guess, for $36. I paid almost twice as much for my Terapagos SIR. Yikers. Other than that, I think we're going to move along to Surging Sparks, because it's a little more exciting. First, I want to look at Backshot Pikachu right here and now. Oof. Its recent low is $2.55. It's $1 over. So let's look at this one. Oh, gee. What is this, a prismatic SIR? Ooh. That's a rough one. So, Backshot Pika is at an all-time low. But, like I said earlier, Latias is uptrending just a little. Melodic is a great value SIR right there. Absolutely. What else? What else we got down? Oh! Latios is back. Wait. No. That's not good. I was thinking of Ceruledge. Never mind. I'm sorry. They're both basically right where they were. Alright, moving along. Alright, Prismatic. You got under 300 for Sylveon. You got under 850 for Umbreon. You got... Yo, if Leafeon goes under 200... Vaporeon... This is a gift to all of us that were pulling our hair out in February and January, February, and March. This is a gift. Oh my, this is nice to see. Very even. 130 for Roaring Moon. 130 for... Okay, and in the Master Ball, Umbreon is 67. So even the Umbreon Master Ball has cracked under $70. Gold Pika's under $40. Sylveon Master Ball is about to be under $30. Thank you so much. This set was like almost $9,000 to Master Set when it first came out. JT. Journey Together. Okay, so Lily's Fairy is right where it was. A lot of these are holding their value since they have tanked. And now, well, Hop Zacian at 40 bucks, pretty cheap. Let's see, what else? So Wailord has said it'd go down to 15. It's getting close. Yeah, hit that high, had that pump, went up to 20 2 weeks ago. Nothing else popping up, and that Swinub is still just such a beautiful $3 IR. $3.40. I love this little paper mache kind of looking art style right there. Moving along to the Destined, the white screen, the Rivals. There it is. So, Team Rocket's Mewtwo's $50+ off its high. Let's take a look at Cynthia's Garchomp real quick, see what that high is. That was $220. So Cynthia's Garchomp is $10 off its high. Ethan O is right around its high, I think. Let's see right here. Since release high. Well, it's right at, yeah, it's at its kind of since, you know, post-release high right now. Good for you, Ethan. Ho-oh. Absolutely. And 65, let's see, anything else wiggling around? Team Rocket's Moltres, I think, took a little sharp dip because of the Moltres box with the stamped SIR. I don't know why, though. I don't know why. I think this is a weird... If this is a reaction to the Moltres box, I think that's very interesting. That's just good for you if you haven't bought this card yet. Very good. Very beautiful card, and it was going up. It basically lost over a month of all its uptrend as soon as that box was announced with the stamp on it. So yeah, it's at 150. Very interesting. I don't think I saw anything else worthy of talking about. Ethan's Typhlosion down to 35 bucks from a little higher, came out at 50 bucks. Again, most everything else in the set is holding better than anything I have ever seen ever. Okay, so Black Bolt. So Black Bolt, we got Zekrom, Black-White Rarity, almost under 400. We got Seismitoad cracking under 180. Well, yeah, 180. Kyurem's doing great. Genesec's doing pretty darn good. A lot of this, let's see. Haxorus, $40 IR. All right, let's do this IR thing again. We got $40 IR. We got $30 IR. Volcarona, $30 IR. $30 IR. Dwebble is up to $27. I bought my Dwebble for like 15 bucks. So Dwebble, let's look at Dwebble real quick. Holy moly, look at Dwebble. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say I bought my Dwebble like a month ago for 15 bucks, and there you go. Dwebble is like doubled since release. Very, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, my master sets for these two sets are coming along very, very well. I still have so long to go, but I've been buying almost every IR as I see them. The Kabalion right here is so underrated. It reminds me so much of the Suicune from Crown Zenith. I might want to take a little picture of those two, just the two of them right next to each other. Very cool Northern Lights-esque Arctic blue vibe cards. 100%. Conkeldur's at 15, Among Us 15. Lilligant, I got the Lilligant. Yeah. I do have Haxorus. I have a lot of these. Yep, I have Scolipede. Alright, let's just go to White Flare. Bang, okay. So, 430 for Reshiram, doing a little better than Zekrom. The SIRs for each are basically at a tie. The Victini from White Flare is doing better than the red Victini from Black Bolt. Keldeo EX doing great, looks great. I can't wait to buy Keldeo EX SIR. Today I did open some White Flare and I pulled my first SIR and I pulled a freaking Bouffalant. Of course my first IR is the freaking Bouffalant. I would have just wanted that Keldeo so darn bad. Well, no, I definitely want the Reshiram, but the Keldeo is very good. Okay, so let's look at the IRs real quick for White Flare. We have $50 IR, $40 IR, $40 IR, $40 IR, 33, 23, 20, 20, 19, 18. Yep, it's all still very expensive. Lampent, 18. Cofragrigus, 17. These sets, a lot of people, this is such a hit and miss set for people, but I absolutely love the Master Set Challenge that both these sets present. I'm having a blast trying to Master Set these. Moving along to the trainer galleries. Okay, Starmie, we talked about Starmie doing pretty darn good. It's $95. Rayquaza is almost $80 again. These aren't super impressive. I mean, these are like 80% of their all-time highs, so they're doing very good, holding their near all-time highs right there. Gengar, we keep talking about the yellow border right here from the Elo. And it's up to $25. Brought that up last week. Yellow border Pikachu, we keep talking about that. It's up to almost $17. Mew right here from the Elo is almost $15. If I'm pointing them out, that means it's very good for them, like historically over the last year or two. Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest at $13.25 or $6 right here is very, very good for this card. And it looks like Flareon, the yellow border, might actually be holding over $10. For some reason, it's always had trouble holding over $10 from Brilliant Stars. Charizard from the LO, $11, solid. All right, moving along. Let's go to the alt arts. There it is. So these, so Gengar, absolutely, we talked about. I want to take a look at Rayquaza real quick, just to re-jog my memory. On the 1 month, we have a 653 recent low, and that's $10 up. I wouldn't make too big of a deal about that. That ain't too much right there. But we do have Sylveon VMAX Altar under $300. Definitely one of the best Sylveon cards of all time, and under $300 is a solid deal, I would say. Oh man, oh yeah, actually, I think you can comfortably buy Sylveon VMAX for like $250, $260, $270, $280 in near mint. Hell yeah, you kidding me? All right, 140. Yep, moving along to the V's. Okay, so for the V's, talked about Giratina, talked about Dragonite. Lugia has been on a tear, but I talked about that last week. Umbreon, right, doing great. Going here. Rayquaza's almost 200 again. T-Tar, 200 again. Yeah, a lot of these are bouncing very well. Now let's go down here. Slowking's holding 60 again. Mew's holding 70 again. These not as expensive, like the Sylveon V, the Leafeon V, Glaceon V. I genuinely do not think you can go wrong. I mean, same with, well, the Espeon's 130. Espeon's a little different. Sylveon, the Glaceon, Leafeon, these are solid. You find these at near mint, well centered, and you don't buy them, you're freaking crazy. I'm sorry. These are so good. And then again, I feel like the Celebi V will always be just so undervalued right down here. It's not even $50 still to this day. Celebi V from Fusion Strike has trouble holding 50. That's crazy to me. All right, SV Promos. We're gonna skip the Sword and Shield promo page, and I believe the X and Y promo page, but we're gonna end on the MCAP miscellaneous cards and products tab because a lot of stuff on TCG Player has been rearranged. A lot of cards that are missing. ended up on the MCAP page, so we're going to end on the MCAP page here in just a minute. Here we go. So SWSH. So a lot of these we already talked about. However, what we didn't talk about was Charizard, or Charmander, the regular Obsidian Flames ETB is back at, well, let's take a look. It's 30 bucks and 58 cents. It might be an all-time high right here, actually. Yes, it is at a new all-time high. Charmander right there, looking at the Pidgey. Absolute beautiful banger, 30 bucks, 58 cents. Right there, let's see what else. Ooh, gosh. Let's see what else we can find. So go to best selling right here. Okay, what else can we find? Talked about that Pika. Talked about the Adventure Box Pikachu right here, 88 at $14. Very, very good for this card. This card's wiggling up, very slowly wiggling, just like that Temporal Force Ghastly. Same with this Charizard EX right here. Okay, I'm gonna move it along. Sun and Moon. So we have Stained Glass Birds back over 103 bucks right there. Armored Mewtwo right at its all-time high right there. We have Pikachu SM162 is right there at a new all-time high. So if y'all don't own a Shining Ho-Oh yet for under $20, y'all are slipping. I'm telling you right now, on this page, it's all these tag teams that are getting glorified and all this, you know, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But right down here in the bottom right corner, very nice, beautiful, very cool Shining Ho-Oh, okay? Just saying, you get this for 20 bucks before it's 40 bucks. Once this thing's 40 bucks, it's 40 bucks. And you're going to be like, darn. Okay, MCAP. So this is the MCAP. So like the box topper from JT got moved right here. You can see it's right there. It's $18. We have all the staff promos, the pre-release kind of promos that were like really congesting up those set pages. Now they're all over here. General Mills Pika right here. Definitely wanted to show you. So there's the T-Tar right there. It's at 42 from the Buy Our Crap Pokemon Center special a couple months ago. Definitely right here. What I do want to show you is the Metal Charizard, which is right here. So this Metal Charizard, look at that 1 year. So the Metal Charizard from the Celebrations UPC was $80, and now it's up to $160. So it has doubled on the 1 year, and we are done. All right, there it is. Just a friendly reminder, one, to have a great weekend. But two, also, again, I am a featured content creator at Card Party Seattle in the beginning of October. Coming up soon. So just so you know, I have no problem like meeting people, fans, doing the whole derpy queues, all that. All I'm saying is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you are at Card Party and you want to meet me, I will have my phone on me. I will be checking Instagram DMs periodically. So if you really want to meet me and you can't find me, just hit me up on DMs and I will try to, you know, find somewhere to meet you, say hi, do whatever, maybe a derpy queue, whatever the hell you want, take a photo. But yeah, so that's happening. And again, have a great weekend. And write in the comments section below when the last time you had Taco Bell was.
Deuces.